Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm hopefully going to be showing you a new mod. As you can see, I've got cables and such everywhere, and there's LEDs. So you've probably guessed that it's something to do with lighting, and you guessed correct. We're going to put some neons under the car. This is just for show. In the UK it is illegal to have them or different colours displayed on the back of your car other than red and white on the front, so this is just literally going to be for any car shows or anything I go to. This kit is basically from off eBay. I will link in the description. It's same as what I've got underneath the footwells, so it's pretty simple. It comes in with the RC control unit. That comes with a loose end, so you obviously have to connect it to another wire to where you want to go to extend it. For now, I'll put it up to just a regular cigarette lighter button, just to check that it works, because obviously I don't want to go through all the trouble of plugging all this in, fitting it all, connecting it to the car, and then realising that I've got a faulty unit. So I would recommend testing it. It's all remote controlled, as you can see. Turn that on. As you can see, on off buttons, brightness and such. It's on fade at the minute. You can have constant colours, etc. So yeah, might be a big difference. If I don't like it, I'll take it off the car. I'll see. It's just for aesthetics really. So you've got two ways of doing this. We can either connect it up to the cigarette lighter, which is here, which I think I'm going to do because I've got an habit of leaving these indoors, and I can see what's going to happen is if I do the other method, which I'll show you in a second, it's going to end up turning my battery, turning the lights on while I'm driving, and I'm going to end up having some blue lights in my rear view mirror, which we don't want. So the other method is obviously connect it to your battery, which you can do. I've got these from Mapland, which you can get from HALFORDS or anywhere else like that. It's basically 12-volt cable, which I've got some more here just in case I need it. It's literally empty cable. To connect these two together, they're literally twisted around each other and then insulation taped, along with some waterproof taping inside, with a connection which I'm going to cover the edge. These are awkward connections with these wires. You can't seem to get them in. There is other methods such as crimping them, but again, this seems to be a good method because I don't have to redo this. I can just unplug it here and rewrite it where I need to. So for now, I'm going to connect it up to the cigarette socket. For these, you can obviously use the glue method and such like that. There's plenty of things you can do to connect two wires together. These come with separate pull-off bits, so you can unplug them at any point. The kit also comes with a few odd heat bits wherever they are, just here look, which you can put over these. It doesn't tell you what they're for, but they are very, very wide, and usually they shrink by 50%. And I can't see them being for the cables, to be honest with you, to connect two cables together. Obviously get some tie wraps and such. So now I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to show you what we're going to figure out where we're going to put these lights and attach them to. They have a 3M backing, so they should stick. So obviously cleaning beforehand where you put them on is ideal. You need to jack up your car, check either sides. Obviously the front and rear are going to be a bit different, but both sides are going to be exactly the same. We're going to be going through the glove box to bring the cable through. I'll show you guys how to take that off. It's very, very simple, very, very easy, and we can hide all these cables again and just have two buttons. So yeah, I will jack up the car and find a decent point, clean it all off, and I will get back to you. See you soon. Okay, so welcome back. I've gone ahead and cleaned this, and I've actually not stuck it on, because believe it or not, if you look closely, see these little holes here, you've got just enough room to get a tie wrap in. So it's tie wrapped on three edges, so you got one down there, one here, and one just a little bit further up. yeah, so it holds it nice and steady. To do this, obviously you need to unplug all your cables and do these separate. It holds, you know, it's better than it falling off. You know, it's not going to fall off if you've got 3 tie wraps around it. It's sat just literally on the inside of this sill of your side skirt. So yeah, and as far as cables go, you can just see underneath here. Don't know if you can see. Just bear with me. It goes just through this gap here, around the inside of here, follows it round just underneath. Wait, let me just get a bit. Right, okay, so it goes all the way down here, and then it sits on the steering column rack. Sorry, just underneath here. You can just see the cable going across there, tip of my finger, and then once that's there, you can then put your hand in the engine bay. Pull it all up around your aircon, which is just here. If you look down there, there's your steering rack, so you'll see it sat on that. You'll be able to drag it up, and as you can see, it's very well blended, but it does go around the back just here. Look, I've got a tie wrap on this top bar here holding it in. It's not 100% tight yet till everything's in place, so that can be pulled backwards and forwards, and as you can see, it goes around the back past the ECU to here. So that's one side done. I'm going to redo the other side, exactly the same method, but I will show you where I've routed that, because obviously it's a bit more busy down here. It takes a little bit of persistence, but once you've got it in, you know, it's not too bad. I've plugged that one in on its own as I'm going along to check that it works, and it does work fine. So I'll see you once I've done the other side. Alright, so I've gone straight to the front instead while I've got this side jacked up. Basically, you must be wondering, well, why don't I just put it on my splitter? Well, the simple fact is, if you want to take your bumper off, you're going to have to take that off as well. So I've attached it to this bar here. You've also got some points here on which you can put some tie wraps around. And I've just seen this spider having a little wander. But anyway, you've got this one here as well, what you can do on this end. Obviously we're going to trim these off after. I'm going to put one in the middle to counteract that little bit of a sag. Exactly the same on the other side. That is as simple as it goes. To route it, the cable, it's literally up the right hand side. Just straight down there, look, this is very messy. Yeah, they didn't really give it a good clean when they replaced the engine, so I'm going to have to get on that at some point. But anyway, it's gone all the way down there, look, as you can see. Come up here, and I have it just here. Quite a bit of a length of cable. The reason I'm bringing them all to this side is because of the fact that the glove box is on this side. Less cable, less wiring, less messing about basically. So I'm going to go ahead and do this side. The one thing that's going to be the most awkward is the rear, because looking at it, there's not really much to stick it to, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to look at that properly when I get to it. But I'm going to jack up the other side now, get the other side done, show you where I've routed it, and then we'll get onto rear. So I'll see you soon. Hello, so welcome back. I've got it on the front and the sides. The only issue I've come across right now so far is the fact that there is nowhere to put these strips on the rear, because obviously the diffuser. Now you can stick it to here, but you're just going to see it's going to look, as you can see, it's going to look a bit stupid. From afar you can tell it quite easy. It's just really awkward, because if you have it on the inside, you're going to get no light shining down, and behind that there's not really much things to put it on. So I'm a bit in a dilemma right now. Do I use this one for something else? Because also there's no way that this is going to fit all the way down there. It's just not going to happen, so you would need an extension if you do plan on doing that. So yeah, maybe I should use this in the engine bay or the back of the car, back seats, rear seats, I'm not sure. So yeah, it's one of those things. You'll have to let me know what you guys think I should do with that. I'm just going to go around the front now, wire everything in. I'm going to show you exactly where I've wired it to. Let me just go around the front now. I haven't done it yet, but your point of interest is going to be just underneath here. If you look just under there, that is where all your electrics go inside, and I'm pretty sure that's right behind the glove box. Hence why we've been routing all the cables down here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go inside the car, take off the glove box, let you guys know how to do it, and then I'll get back to you soon. Alright, so we're in the car. We want to be routing this through here, so obviously there's no cables and such showing. I've had to pull some little bits out here, just what we've had underneath before from the other stuff. But basically, to pull this out, you've got 2 screws. Got one there, one there. Again, it's a T20 bit. You know these cars love their T20 parts. Underneath here, you have one just there, if you can see it with the yellow, and one exactly the same on the other side. Once you've done that, it pretty much pulls out like so. Now you can put that to one side because you're not going to need that for a while. So let's look underneath. As you can see, I'm pretty sure back here somewhere, around at the back there, is where that hole leads straight out to the front. So I'm going to get my torch out and have a look at all that, and I'll get back to you soon. Okay, so the wire's through. The owner who had the car before me must have had something in here. Maybe he had a boost gauge or something like that and wired it through this way, because on the other side, which I'll show you in a minute, there's already a hole in the rubber. Now it's still going to be waterproof, so it's the fastest option really. Just do a little nick, push the cable through, and you can feed it through and plug it straight in to where you need it, and hide all your cables once everything's back in. If I show you that side of obviously you've got your normal cable, but if you see there's a little nick up the top which I couldn't see from before. So yeah, that's that push through. Obviously this needs to be routed wherever I can get it, so I will get back to you as soon as I've routed it, tidied it all up, and now we'll talk you through where all the wires are. Okay, so welcome back. This is going to have to be really quick because my battery's about dead. Quick recap. Basically all I've done is gone around this corner here with PVC insulation tape. That's just the wire that goes to the cigarette lighter. Bind the cigarette lighter apart, make sure it has a fuse, because that'll obviously help with it blowing. I mean, the RC controller has one built in, but there's nothing wrong in having a second one just in case. Now the strip on this side goes behind the aircon, runs around the back. Obviously the tie wrap down there holding it together, and then this one I'm going to tie wrap towards something around here just to keep it so it's out of the way from dangling. Every single one goes around this edge, so the LED strip going around the passenger side comes up down through here, again sitting on the steering rack. I can just get my hands down there to reach it. If you can't, then tie some string to it, drop it through that way instead, pull it back through, and then you've already got it through the top. That goes also around here. The one at the front obviously goes across here and up through this gap just down here behind the bottle, for your window screen wash, and that is basically it. I've wrapped that round here, around the fuse box. Everything goes round here, so it's all nice and tidy and out of the way. As you can see, you can't even see it. If you look down in this part here, this is where all the cables are. This is where I've connected them to. The RC controller is just here, believe it or not. Yes, you can't even see it, so that's a bonus. Basically, you do get the heat wraps in it, so they are for these. You can just see here, it goes over the connection. When you are connecting to them, the strips have arrows on. Let me just show you. Just bear with me. If you look back just there. Them arrows need to be matching on that and the RC controller. If not, you won't get any light. I have tried it. It is all working. I'm obviously going to wait till night time to show you guys. That is pretty much it. Obviously, I'm going to put the glove box back in, etc. Just reverse of what you've done. Charge your cable in there. Just tuck it round the back like you did with your internal ones. It's exactly the same process. You know, so you're just going to have 2 wires going up towards the back of the console. Other than that, that is pretty much it. But I will see you soon, obviously, to show you what it looks like in the dark. And they are getting changed very soon. You know what I'm talking about. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll see you when it gets dark.